songs, my music, my movies, my ideas, and stuff like that, right? So the Jews and Christians are free to use my stuff. You got to cut me in, I got to get pay my tithes and offerings and stuff like that, or whatever. But you know where the tithe goes because I'm a pastor, so you're not really worried about it. But my thing is that just make sure that God does not punish you for robbing me if you're Jewish or Christian. So do if you have to use my stuff, I don't consider it robbery from Jews and Christians. From non-Jews and Christians, it's robbery. But when you're stealing my stuff, you can't change it to diss God. But even if you did, it really doesn't hurt us. It's just disrespectful. It's sacrilegious. It probably hurts you more than it hurts us, but whatever. But we are offended that you mess with our God. We stand up for God. But this is my problem. When I said people need to get keys for apartments and houses and take the homeless military and whatever, the Jews and the Christians on the street, and take them directly into an apartment. Wherever you find them, look in the neighborhood, you could call up or you could go there, get an apartment for them the same day and put them right in the same day, the same hour you find it. And then we can cure the homeless problem within a month or less, by going around finding out where the homeless are and renting out apartments already, or renting it that day and giving them keys to the apartment, telling them to go in. You can come out of your house as often as you want. You can stay around the same places you usually stay. You just, when you get ready, you can go into your house, you can fill your refrigerator, you can take a shower, you can do whatever. Now, from this point on, and even prior, everybody must have a house, a key, an address that they can go to that's Jewish or Christian. They must. They don't have to stay in it. It just has to be registered to them. They can come and go as they please. They can go away for a year, come back. The rent will be paid up. They can say, I want to take a break. I want to go on for a year and do something. I'm definitely coming back. They'll have a place to stay. If they say, I'm going to go somewhere and live, we'll set it up that we get them a place to live where they're going. Everybody must have a place to live. They must have an address. Because people keep trying to say if you don't have an address, they can't do certain things for you. You can't disqualify people for something if they don't have an address. So we're going to cure that by forcing everyone to have an address. You got to have an address. If you want to move from there, you got to get another address before we erase that as your address. You have to have some place you can go to bathe, to eat, to sleep. Because sleep is a medical need. We have to force people to have an apartment. Nobody can be kicked out of their apartment unless they have another place to stay. Jay-Z will steal my clothing line. He'll steal my record label. He'll steal my name. Swiss Beats is my name. Sharon Brown, it matches. It doesn't match Kasim Dean. My brother James is Jay-Z. He stole that. But he won't steal the idea to get people off the street and put them directly into houses and pay for it. They don't owe you anything. They're not selling their soul by taking an apartment from you. Why you won't steal that? You stole my idea to put a casino in Times Square. I'm the one that goes to the casino. Bro, I am part Native American like 5 different times. I'm Sioux Indian and I am Cherokee Indian. Cherokee original, like the Jeep, baby. And guess what? You didn't try to steal that idea because you really have to help people. You don't mind trying to steal the casino idea because you could put people in debt and then you could try to make them homeless. That you don't care about. So you'll steal my casino idea. You'll steal my music and my songs because you could try to put money in your pocket that you still owe me. But how come you didn't take the idea to get people directly off the street and put them into a house? They don't owe you nothing. They're not going to do crimes and stuff on your behalf because you put them in a house. But you know that. That's why you won't do that for them. But you'll pay them around the street $5, $20 to harass people because you know they're always going to need money for you. So you know that they'll do that to eat. But you won't put them in an apartment, take them right off the street, give them a key. This is where you live. Go there anytime you want. And it's furnished or whatever. You won't do that. because you know they won't need you. You know that they'll have some. They won't have to say be a yes man. So you will go do things on the street. Here's Father. You'll do things for people, but you won't steal my idea. Nobody will steal that idea to directly take somebody off the street and put them in the apartment. Exactly whatever neighborhood they stay in, you could go right around that neighborhood the same day and find places, or go online and find places that are renting and get them the apartment the same day. Y'all got the credit, y'all got the companies that can rent it in the name and put them in the buildings. And then I wouldn't complain about that. I just make sure you wasn't abusing the people, but you couldn't because they don't owe you anything. You'll be like a Section 8. They'll call the government on you if you try to bother them. They don't give a damn about you if you paying their subsidy. They'll treat you bad. Jay-Z will not steal my idea to take people right off the street and put them into an apartment, but he'll steal my idea to do music where he looked big time. He'll steal my idea to put a casino in Times Square, but I bet you he won't really solve a problem by getting people off the street directly into an apartment the same day. You could put somebody in an apartment the same day. If I could call myself to a apartment and get an apartment the same day, why the fuck can't I do it for all the homeless people? You could do that in about a month, get everybody off the street. But he won't take that because it will really solve a problem. You're a chump, a punk, and a puss, like Nas said in the song. Ether, I wonder where he got that. But I'm not complaining because he dissed Jay-Z, who's a real thief. Book by.